Hello everyone, Jurassic Man here, and today I'm going to be doing a very special video today, as I am going to do a top 5 best Mattel Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and Legacy Collection figures of 2018. Now, due to the early releases of the 2019 line for Dino Rivals and the future lines, I'm going to be showing off the best toys I've got so far as in my collection of 2018, meaning it is only going to be the ones in my collection. Further note, 5 of these figures, or in this case all the top 5 figures, are carnivores, and only one of them is from the Legacy line, and I think I know which one that is. So, in further ado, let's start with top 5. Number 5. Hailing from the attack packs, we have by far the only good attack pack figure, in my opinion. It's Spinosaurus. Now, I haven't done a review on this yet, which kind of sad because I was in that little downtime when I first got these around the time, so I didn't really have the motivation to do reviews for these. But if I did, you would have known that this guy is my favorite so far of the attack pack, or in this case, the attack packs of 2018. Now, what I really like about this figure is the sculpt and details that is put onto this. I mean, the amount of bumps that are in this figure, the details put into this. The attack pack lines are pretty cheap, but this is by far one of the best looking one we got so far. Next to the Protoceratops, which was a close second in my opinion, but I really like the colors and details that the Proceratosaur gets. Even though currently right now, even though the Proceratosaurus has a different color scheme in the app, meaning that there is possibly another one that's going to be released later on the line. Another close one would have been Herrerasaurus, but of course, I was not a big fan of the short neck, so this guy will do. On the number 4 spot is going to be a surprise to most of you, but sadly I have to say this, but the first Jurassic World toy I got this year, Barry. Or in this case, the Roar Baryonyx. Now, it might be disheartening for some of you saying that, well, Baryonyx is one of my favorite dinosaurs, and it's probably is to a lot of people too. And it is. This one was really hard to choose, but when it comes to most of the rest of the figures you're going to see down the line, the Baryonyx was really one of the best ones. That's why it's in my top 5, considering that I probably have 20 plus figures at this moment. I don't know, I have lost count actually. But yeah, Baryonyx is a very gorgeous sculpt, has very nice colors, has a very nice metallic paint, very reminiscent to the ones that you see in the movies. And being that this is the first issued ones, mine is going to be a bit more unique compared to the later ones that are being released at the moment. But so far, the Baryonyx is just the best out of the Roar's line, and I'm actually very happy that it was also reused for the lava set, which I do not have at the moment. But the Baryonyx is a very great figure and is a must-have in your collection because it's just awesome. The Allosaurus doesn't look very well to that of the movie's counterpart. The Spinosaurus is still the Pachyrhinosaurus from the early designs. The Triceratops is a meh. The Metricanthrosaurus is alright if you can get over with a few flaws that it has. And Pteranodon is good, it's just oversized in my opinion. But the Baryonyx is by far the best, even though his head sculpt is more closely to that of the actual Baryonyx than the one in the movie. And whatever you say, people, the movie's Baryonyx, why are you even getting mad? None of the dinosaurs in the dinosaurs of the Jurassic Park series have never looked like their real life counterpart. Possibly the only one that actually does look like its real life counterpart is the Carnotaurus. But then again, this wasn't designed by the guy who made the original Jurassic Park dinosaurs. Because as you all know, and you should know, Jurassic Park's dinosaurs are stylized. They don't look like the real one. Not even the T-Rex. Not even close. Ugh. I hate to hate those idiots that actually do believe they look like that. Anyways, carry on to number 3. On my number 3 spot, it is the villain of the series, or of this recent movie counterpart, the Indoraptor, the superposable one, which is the only one I have at the moment. Now the superposable one is by far the good one of the figures, since there's only like 3 Indoraptor figures, the basic figure, the electronic, and the superposable. Even though the sculpt or the head sculpt is not very reminiscent of that to the movie, it is still a good representation of the Indoraptor. So I wish the reissues of the super articulated one would have the new head sculpt of the electronic one, as it feels more better, even though that one is basically the same body mold, just tweaked a bit and rescaled a bit. But overall, this is possibly the best dinosaur figure toy, or non-dinosaur figure toy, since the Indoraptor is not a dinosaur technically, toy we ever had so far. If this wasn't a dinosaur toy, this will still look cool for something else, maybe a monster or something like that. It's just a really nice sculpt, really nice details. The articulations, it makes the figure worthwhile. Again, like the earlier problem I had when I first got this, I really wish there was more to the elbows and maybe some actual feet joints and maybe a torso joint. But overall, I feel like this is one of the best figures we got from Mattel, and it's obviously a must-have. I mean, who cannot get this? I mean, everyone at least has one. Walmart's like shipping out like crazy, so even if you still haven't gotten it, I still recommend getting it. I'm pretty sure the old reviews of it, with its tail breaking off, is past at that moment. Reissues or the re-releases must have a better sculpt and quality to them. So get them while you still can. Plus they make good customs. On my number 2 spot, and this one's gonna be very shocking to a lot of people, but on my number 2 spot, it goes to the Legacy Spinosaurus. Now, to a lot of you, this must be pretty shocking, because the Legacy Spinosaurus is probably one of the best figures we have in this collection so far. A little side note here, there's no T-Rex in this top 5, if you wanted to know, because they're alright, just I'm not a big T-Rex fan. They kind of shelf space. They kind of take a lot of shelf space in my collection. But yeah, the Spinosaurus, possibly one of the most sought after figure out of this whole line, next to the Indominus Rex that'll be coming out soon. And the Brachiosaurus, obviously. But this one is just gorgeous. Even though there are some quality issues and some depictions changed, such as the tail being shorter, or how really broad this guy is and how small his sail is compared to the ones we had in the movie. I kind of wish they got the ones from the movie, like they actually used the digital sculpt that they had for the movies and just put it in a toy form. Like probably what they did was the old animatronic Spinosaurus that they had for 2001 was Hasbro's toy line. Ugh. Even though that has problem with it, a lot of problem. It's probably more accurate looking than this one. Even though, I gotta say, they did say these Jurassic Park toys were gonna be stylized, and they are stylized, and they're still appreciated. So that's the good part. The bad part, I have to say, is still the leg joints. I don't like it when it's in this slouch position. But overall, I really do hope Mattel releases this guy again. Maybe not in the Legacy line, maybe in the new skull, maybe new colors. I would love to see this Spinosaurus in new colors, as this is one of their best. Heck, even just the shadowing on this, you can see how glorious those details pop out. So yeah, there are my top 4s, and let's go to top 1. Before we get to the top 1, let's get to the honorable mentions. Here are a collection of honorable mention figures I showed. I haven't showed them yet because I really do like them, but I just don't feel like they're worth of this top 5 collection. So even though if your favorites on here, or maybe your favorites are not on this list or in the honorable mentions, I'm very sorry, but these are my favorite figures. Now, even though I just did a majority of dinosaurs, there are some human figures and vehicles in there, so you guys don't have to rush. But anyways, let's get to the number 1 spot. The Spinosaurus being 2nd and the Indominus being 3rd. And not to mention the Mosasaur being an honorable mention, you're probably wondering, what is my top favorite one? And that seems pretty obvious. I had it for a whole year. My top figure is the Action Attack, damn it, Carnotaurus. And yes, this is my number 1 figure of the whole line. I just love the look. The bright red colors, the white underbelly, the amount of details on it, the sculpt, the scales, the limited but yet still great articulations, its action feature, those osteoderm designs on it. Oh man, I just love this figure, and I cannot glorify it anymore. The amount of detail and work they put on that is just amazing. When I first saw those early pictures from 2017 back in December, I just saw the Carnotaurus and I just said I need that in my collection. I need it. It is probably the best one that has so far. And I really do hope they re-release it, because even though the action attack line is pretty lackluster at the moment, considering that it only has the Stegosaurus with a weak action feature and the Suchomimus, which is a broken action feature, the Carnotaurus still stands out as the best one on the line, and in my opinion, the best Jurassic World toy we got of 2018. Thank you, Mattel, for creating these amazing toys. So there you have it, guys, my top 5 Jurassic World figures from Mattel of 2018, and I cannot wait for 2019. I can already see the Albertosaurus, the Indoraptor, the Indominus Rex, and the Brachiosaurus in that list, and maybe who knows what else. I don't know for sure. Maybe it might not be a top 5, it might be a top 10, but only out in the end of the year. So when that happens, I will make that list. So I hope you guys liked this review. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and wish me luck for those good findings. And you too.